going to show you now is how to repair the NES-002, the AC adapter. First thing you want to do on these is get your volt-ohm-meter that you have, turn it on, and hopefully some of you have what they call continuity check. Continuity check is when the two leads are touching, it gives off an audible noise. You can hear it. Okay? First thing you want to do is put it on continuity check and check the primary windings of the AC adapter. And that's these two leads coming out. Touch them to the leads, and if it's opened, if you don't read anything and there's no beep, the AC adapter is probably not worth fixing. You may want to check to see if the cord is in good condition and the case is in good condition, and you may want to save that for pieces later on. But as far as repairing this adapter, if the primary winding is open, it's probably burned out and it's really difficult to fix. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for an AC adapter that has the primary windings closed so that when you touch this, it gives an audible beep. And then the next thing we want to look for is take this end, the barrel end, and put your leads across here, and it should be open. See, in this case, the secondary is closed, but the primary is open, and that means this is burned out, and so it's probably not worth fixing. So in a case where this is closed and this is open, then the chances are, as I will show you a little later on, the cable is broken. And so what we're going to do is there's two screws right here. We're going to take the cover off. We're going to effectively cut the wire approximately here and slide it up in here and effect repair. So we're going to do that. We're going to open this and I'll show you how to do that. First of all, we need a pair of needle nose pliers. Slots on either side of the head. It's a flat head. And so what I use is a pair of real fine, thin needle nose pliers. And they'll fit right down inside, and you can feel when you've broken the screw loose, and you can pull the screws out. Okay? I've loosened that one. Now I'm going to loosen this one. Okay? And just using a regular needle nose like that, you can pull the screws out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it now until I get the two screws out, and then once we get in, I'll show you what earlier. What you do is just loosen these two screws, and I've got them out far enough that now I can pull them out with the needle nose and set them aside. There's two screws, one up here and one down here. Then the front cover should just slide off. Okay. What I usually do is I take my wire clippers and I snip it about an inch or two right below where this bend has occurred. So I cut it off right there. Okay. Once I've cut that off, I want to reclaim this strain relief. So what I will do is, again, I take a single-edged razor blade and I cut very delicately along the side of it to pull the old cord out of it. Okay, and then you have the old strain relief that you can put back on. Okay. Okay, if the strain relief breaks, it's not a big deal. You really don't need it. So then what you need to do is meter and put the setting on ohms. Okay, and then when your setting is on ohms, check out the secondary winding of the transformer. So I'm going to put this on continuity check. Lay your meter across the secondary windings. And I have continuity here, which means the secondary of this transformer is good. Okay, now that I've cut this off, so I know the problem was probably in here somewhere. At this point is go ahead and clip off just below this shield, and I save that heat shrink shield insulator right there, and you go ahead and heat up one side of that, throw it away. Now this wire gets pretty hot, so what you have to do is hold it with something like needle nose so you don't burn your finger, and then heat up the solder joint as you carefully unsolder it and unwind it here. Okay, and discard those. So now you have the two wires coming out of the secondary of the transformer. We've now stripped the wire back far enough that we can now, let me give it a little more here, just a little bit more. Okay. What I like to do is, as I mentioned earlier, save the heat shrink shield that was there, okay, and go ahead and put it back over the wire that you've now taken off. You can tell just about how much you should strip by how long that insulation is. So strip it back, and then go ahead and slide it on, and now I'm going to tin the wires. Actually, what I'm going to do is put them on first so I can get some good wrapping. So I wrap that side around, and using the soldering iron, solder it on, and now there's some of the at least. So then wrap that around, solder it back on, and to test it, you should have some kind of outlet to test it with. So what I do is just slide it back over here, plug it in, switch to AC volts, so you can see the AC volts here, and then get the end back up again, and you should have approximately 10 volts coming out. And so we've repaired it. Okay. Some people like to wrap electrical tape around there and put it back in, and some people just like to leave it the way it is. Go ahead and replace that, replace the cover where it's supposed to be with the strain relief there, and I didn't do a very good job here. If you make one good cut, it won't split like that, and you can pull it right out through the middle. And then simply replace your two screws and screw them back in with the needle nose until it's tight, and now you've repaired the AC adapter